Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
We got a box. We got a box! Call the bomb squad. I need a bomb squad. We got a box!
I'm gonna open it.
Give me your gun. What's going on over there? Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's
gun.
in the fucking box?
Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no. To the no, 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 no. Hell to the no, no. To the no.
Recorded to you live from the disco room inside Castle Von Doom. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Oh yeah, baby, baby, baby. We are back again, kids. This is
Baby, baby, baby.
Oh. No, don't stop. Don't stop.
I forgot the lyrics.
I mean, you stopped me.
That's pretty much all the lyrics in that song.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bill Sweeney. Those voices you heard, those are my co-hosts. The one you didn't hear, that was Dom.
Crickets.
He's not gonna talk today. He's decided to take a vacation.
Well, you said you didn't hear me, so I was just going to be like,
live up to the reputation.
yeah.
Okay. And then you heard Brother Bob on bass. He brought the Ooh, he's got it good today. He brought it today. He brought the bass. And then we got Ed. Ed's back.
Good afternoon.
Ed's back. He wasn't feeling
Boo. No, fuck Ed.
Oh my God. The tables have turned, Ed. It's only one guy at a table, so I don't know if that counts.
No, Bob was joining me in a little bit there.
Oh, a
No,
little bit.
I was saying hello.
Bob goes along with everything.
Bob gave you the Bronx hello. I think is what they call that.
Yeah.
No, I said hello, actually.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, yay.
Hello. You feeling better?
Yes.
Okay, because you weren't feeling too hot last week.
Yeah, no. Actually, this morning I was feeling kind of groggy.
Okay, but you're over that.
Yeah, I think I can.
You think?
Yeah.
You can muster on.
You think you can? You think you can?
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're here, then, buddy. I'm glad you made it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Brother Bob brought the bass. He got a new bass, and
Slapping the bass.
yeah, man, digging it.
Seinfeld, anyone?
Yeah,
Seinfeld
yeah,
intro?
Yeah, a little slap.
a little slappy sound,
A little slap pop. Can't do too much on the space. It's not set up for it, so.
but I like it. I like it, switching it up. And how about you, Dom? How was your? What's it been, a day and a half, 2 days since I seen you?
Yeah, it's been okay. You know,
That's
I'm
good.
holding
That's
in.
good. That's
I'm holding
good.
in.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's
You know,
good.
just want to let you know. Just
Yeah.
want to let you know that.
You holding what, in the rage?
Just holding it. Just holding it down.
Oh,
Just
holding it down. I like that.
So
I like
down.
it. So,
Keeping it real.
no one wants to ask me how I'm doing. No, it's fine. No, don't worry
No.
about it.
How are you doing?
Well, you
know,
there's
there's time
how
restraints and
How are you doing,
How
Bill?
are you feeling?
I'm
a little
sorry.
sad.
Was that heartfelt enough?
I'm a little sad.
You sad?
I'm a little sad. No, actually, I'm the opposite of sad. I'm like really kind of jazzed because you guys couldn't miss it, but there's this big box that came in the mail today,
Yes.
Yes.
and
It had looking taken at 'em over right our now. table earlier.
it's from
Yeah.
Michigan.
What is
And-
in Michigan?
Well, what's in Michigan is the boys from the 7 Days a Geek podcast.
Oh, okay.
Our friends Grant and who's the other guy? Pop quiz.
Is it
Jay.
Jay. Yeah.
Jay. Dom gets a gold star.
How
Woof!
you?
I didn't know if anybody was going to pull that
Bob
out.
knew it.
Bob
too,
got it. Took a moment, but
Just a quick millisecond.
all right.
Quick
Less
millisecond
than, I
later.
don't want. I mean, I don't know if Jay will listen, but if Grant will listen, well, he'll listen to this one.
Well, Jay took a little vacation from his podcast, right?
Well, they
So-
both. What's funny is that they both kind of took a little sabbatical,
Okay.
and then this week they actually recorded a new episode, and they
Really?
They got
So like 24 straight hours podcast didn't tire him out at all?
no. I mean, I think it tired him out a lot. It's funny,
Well, it did slow this podcast down, though. We had somebody like over there.
It's funny too. Like I
For
said to
several
Palmer, I
days.
was like, I don't know if it's because I was there and I ruined it and I jinxed two podcasts, or it was just a 24-hour show and that was what put it over the limit. But So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up this big old box, and I gotta tell you, this box that Grant sent is basically about as he could have sent me one of his kids. I think inside of this box.
It's pretty large.
It should have been a little heavier if it was one of his kids, and a little bit noisier.
It's about. I'm gonna go with about
What do you
2.5 feet long, with about
What I've heard is that it weighs about 12 pounds.
Foot and a half in.
So it's 1.5 human heads?
That's yeah. I mean, depends on how heavy the brains are, in particular in those human heads. But
it looks like it could fit a small person if you fold them up quite nicely.
I'm gonna take a second
Not
here,
that I
guys,
would
and I'm
know.
gonna set up a periscope here.
So do we know what's in the box? At all?
No.
Do we have any idea what might have been coming from these fine
I
gentlemen?
have some idea.
We interrogated the sender, and the sender was not talking.
All right.
And
Can
give me a second. We don't have to
insert Brad Pitt.
Yeah. That's maybe that's how I'll open it up. What's in the box? I'll do that. I'll put that.
What's in the box?
In the front of the episode.
What's in the box?
Because that's basically what I'm.
That hurt.
For those who don't know, a periscope really means we're setting up like a little chat.
Video chat.
Yeah,
We're
a
actually
little video chat.
hoping that this
Just-
gets chopped.
Just avoiding Skype, basically.
Yeah, something like that. So Ed.
Yes.
Because I think I'm gonna have you operate the
cam.
Yeah, double tap to flip it around.
We have the Ed cam.
Oh snap! That's me.
Yeah, that's the wrong turn.
Yeah. So Agent Palmer has already joined the room. So I want you to just try and you can try and keep me in frame a little bit there. That'd be great as I try and figure out how to.
I have notoriously steady hands, which is making my friend Satan laugh his ass off right now that I said that.
Satan Steve.
Oh, the kids are watching. And at Bad Wolf Bay 87 says Billiam.
That's Steph. That's our other friend of the show.
Okay, there's so many comments up here. I'm going to stop.
Just a little heads up, guys. If I could interrupt, we got the kids. We got the kids listening. So watch the F-bombs.
We will.
Okay.
Right.
Why? What are they going to do?
Well, I don't know. They're not going to do anything, but they're young. So let's go with the
probably pan.
If you got to go with F-bombs, go with the Battlestar Galactica version.
Funk.
Frack.
He did tape it up as if there was a person inside. I'll just, he's worried about their safety.
Yeah. Thanks, Grant. This is going to take all show.
I knew I was going to need a machete to open
This
it up.
is super exciting. Oh, at the Stranger Cons, want you to know that the kids are stoked.
Well, good. Be good. That's good.
Is that Grant?
I hope so. Yes, that's great.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Hello, Grant.
I've joined the.
I'm going to watch myself open this now.
You joined the Periscope?
This whole thing is getting very meta. Why don't you show that to the camera, and we can get like the mirror in mirror effect.
Mirror.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
great. That's that 7-second delay is killing us.
There's a ton of stuff in here. There's a ton of shit in here.
Is it all just shit?
I think Grant. Well, I'm not going to say that because I haven't seen what it all is. But
Yeah.
basically Sent a lot of
Great
recommendations.
job keeping it clean, boys.
Oh, wow.
Well, stuff.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, we got a
Turn the
DVD.
I'll take.
Turn the
some.
volume.
Hang on.
But he sent a bunch of DVDs. We're going to go through them real quick. Mel Gibson Payback, Hard Candy, Running Scared,
Okay.
Unknown, Angela, Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon, Shallow Grave with Kerry Fox,
Okay.
City of Lost Children. These are coming as recommendations.
Why don't you show some of them to the camera?
Because we ain't got time. The Jacket, Deja Vu.
Can't you show me a cover?
Here, Retroactive, the best cover of them all.
Yeah. So basically,
What do you got there, Dom?
Grant's
I got
sending
the
you
dark backward.
everything he
I
didn't
got
want to
the
actually
13th
throw out in his
floor.
own garbage can.
Well, something. Well, he was definitely clearing off a shelf.
Spin around here. Returned. Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Oh.
Harley Davidson and the Marbella Man.
All right, that's an underappreciated
Ravenous. Looking like and Guy Pearce is in there. Okay. And that's it. That's it for me. We got
All right, that's it. First of all, thank you for
one. Yes.
sending these. We will. I don't know if this is an assignment for the show
evenly
or how he wants us to do
distribute
these,
throughout the table.
or if we're these are communal. But we're gonna take a look at that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Wow.
The box smells more and more amazing as it goes on because
now is the entire thing full of movies or is there more?
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's a lot more.
A lot of stuff in here.
So
there's definitely a nice smell coming from that area, and I know it's not you, Bill.
All right. Well, I've just
a blankie.
received.
No way.
We got ourselves a blankie.
A Marvel Comics blankie.
Wow.
Up here.
I don't think I can go that wide and still stay on
That's
mic.
going right on the couch, Bill. I think that's a perfect throw.
I think I'm gonna
a throw
wear
blanket
for the
couch.
now, like a shawl.
There you go. That's it. Put a hole in the middle. You can wear
I can wear like a Daryl.
It could be Marvel Daryl for Halloween next year.
I feel like a wrestler coming out with all these fringes, like Randy.
There you go.
Coming out.
Oh yeah! Snap into a Slim Jim.
This is a very delicate box and very neatly wrapped. We'll save that, I think. Just for a moment. So
this is like a loot crate.
I think there's letters in here and drawings from the kids.
Ooh.
Oh wow! We got some stuff from Grayson. We got some coloring done
the
here.
Flash.
We got
All
the
right.
Flash from Grayson.
Oh, let's get it.
Cool.
That's very nice. Thank
All right,
you.
we're gonna have to post some of these.
Yeah,
up
we're gonna
on
hang
this.
all these up here. We got
Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman from Logan.
All right, that's very good too.
Yeah, these are all really great.
They really are.
We got I don't know who that guy is. I've never. Is this a new?
For shame,
the
Bill.
man of tinfoil.
Shame.
Bill, no, it's the man of tinfoil.
Oh, okay. He's new, I think.
Yeah.
And then we got Pikachu from Grayson.
Pika.
And then a book.
A book. Okay, now I have a
don't
note from
really-
someone saying that there was a folded letter on the top. Did you see that?
I believe the box is being opened upside down. So
Okay.
I'm actually
Which
saving
is
the
normal
best
for
for
Bill.
last, I think.
Yeah.
But there's a book here. It's called "The Stewardess Flying the Plane." And
it sounds like the
It's a photography
storyline.
book?
No, that's the storyline from Airplane.
American films of the 1970s. So
Sorry,
it's a look back. It's a retrospective type thing. A lot of photos. Ooh, Patton. Yes, Patton.
At Bad Wolf Bay 87 wants to tell you upside down. Good job, Billiam.
That's right. That's right. By the way, the package was labeled correctly. It said Billiam Sweeney, and somehow it managed to make it here. So that's good. That's
Right,
good.
yeah.
It's like Christmas in
Maybe
July, but it's
maybe
not
that's
July.
why the guy who sent it was so worried about you making sure you got it.
There is a top secret DVD, which I will watch in the
Wow.
privacy of my own.
That looks like something that you'd see on like the Blacklist or like some fucking NBC show.
This tinfoil kind of like foil wrapper, like
Yeah.
you know.
Next
This has
on
got-
Blind
This has
Spot.
got the list of the
The
CIA.
Blind Spot, yeah.
This has got the CIA operatives' real names.
Exactly.
All right. Whoa, this is just nonstop. Wait, now
We got some foil packed. We got I'm sorry, bubble packed.
Yeah. That looks like it was professionally done
Wait, hold on a second. Okay.
several times.
Okay. There is a list. There is a note. All right. So let me go to that. Congratulations, Bill Sweeney. You are the sole recipient of a Markham Family Care Package. Included in your care package, you will find a book to read based on your love of films and cinema. A Markham Family handcrafted blanket made specifically with you in mind.
Wow.
A coffee cup, because you love coffee and we love you, which is Spider-Man. I'm going to open that in a second. Let me just finish the letter.
Well, you can just like bounce that while you read
Just
it.
to put it out there,
Yeah.
Grant has not stopped hearting this entire.
He's just hearts.
He's
Most
currently at 105, counting 115.
It shows
now.
you who's giving the hearts.
Yeah,
like?
take a look, take a look.
Knew, oh wow, I can keep track. All right, that's like points. That's
Wait,
like,
okay, I have a question.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
If I turn this to landscape, is it gonna fuck everything up?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I won't.
Yeah, because it's a whole thing. I've watched other
Hey,
people
hey,
doing videos.
Frack everything up.
Yeah, it's gonna frell it all. Okay. Music, MP3 files chosen not at random by all members of the family. Upload the files to your favorite media player or play them right from the disc.
Should I put him on my
Cool.
computer right now?
No, let's not do that because it's just no offense.
Then I'd be
anyway,
out of a
just,
job.
You know, it's all the audio stuff's not going to really come through right. Artwork, which we just saw, lovingly handcrafted and colored I'm sorry, I almost read that wrong. Handcrafted and colored with your love for pop culture and comics in mind. And finally, movies. These movies have been selected for you and your savvy team of fellow nerds, geeks, and pop culture enthusiasts to watch, again in some cases, and review on your podcast. All movies must be watched and reviewed by no less than 2 of your team.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
I knew there was I
love that rule.
I know you do,
love
movie
that
boy.
rule.
These are in the parentheses, these are the only part of your care package that must be returned and in person. So many caveats.
Wow.
Your friendship and warmth has meant a lot to us. We hope that this package makes you feel as comforted and warm. As well, you know you will always have friends and family in Michigan that wait your return. Love us, the Markham family, Grayson, Logan, Beth, and Grant. And wow, guys, I really appreciate it. This is all really amazing stuff.
I just got one question.
This just got very heartwarming.
It did. It's more emotional than this show's ever been.
But I just got one question. Like as your brother and roommate, where's my box?
Your box is right here, buddy. You got homework. You got homework like the rest of us.
All of us. Right here. There's a box.
Oh, Bob, wait, there's something for you. I got one of these. This is I think
hey, all right.
Oh, the packing foam.
All right, unwrap that mug quick because I want to get to the box.
All right.
Oh, these little versions of My Pillow. Is that it?
This thing is just I can't. Someone's gonna have to get like a butcher knife for this mug.
Yeah, I got this right here.
What do you got?
Tiny little flathead screwdriver.
Something.
Just poke a hole right in there. It'll dig it out.
Scratch the finish.
No, but it's got a hole in the middle, so
just so you know, Agent Palmer's jealous.
Ask him which thing is he most jealous of.
Oh, he's jealous.
If he wants something out of the box,
he's asking Grant where his box is.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know if I should say this on film, but the smell of this blanket does remind me of his wife. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's your perfume or if it's the laundry detergent.
Grant is suddenly regretting sending you anything. He's like, wait a second.
Now, this might be one of the coolest mugs I actually have.
That's actually a really cool one.
You know what I mean? I saw a Spider-Man mug similar, but it was like a molded kind of a thing, and I didn't like it. But this is really, really cool. This is really makes me feel special. The fact that he scratched off the price is really, really special too. But that's good though. That's good because I don't want.
Well, I don't think it really would have mattered. I think he probably like 5-figure discounted that thing.
That's all good. Nothing else in here, right? Oh, I think the doctor took that out of me.
Yeah. All right. There's the other My Pillow right there.
All right. Nothing else. Just double checking.
I would like to apologize to everyone on Periscope.
What about the box?
I keep forgetting to follow Bill and while I'm reading the comments. God damn.
All right, you're fired as the cameraman, Ed.
All right, so this is the last piece. Now, this is the box. This is actually the one thing that I knew for sure. I think I knew for sure was coming, and I believe this is the arts and crafts stuff from Logan is in here, but also
nice cozy, aren't they?
Got a nice Converse cozy
to
keep my beverage cozy. Can't really fit that in there, but we can fit that in there. And then there is.
Be careful.
I got all kinds of scarves and extras. I'm just going to wear them all.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be silly about it.
Is that an infinity scarf?
That seems like it.
It's a big scarf.
And now we got a bunch of art stuff from Logan. So you may remember these. Some of you guys may remember these
Logan,
from...
stop stealing art stuff.
When we were younger, that you take these beads and... You put them on
a
little grid,
that's
you
cool.
warm them up on the bottom, and they all stick together.
That's cool. That's like from Monster High.
Right. So we got that one.
This
one's
the
skull with the pink bow.
Show the camera. So we got some Green Lantern there she made for us.
Green Lantern is definitely cool.
We got
looks
Iron
like
Man.
Iron Man.
We got Black Widow.
All right.
This is all really amazing stuff. The little Captain America. I had seen that one. I'd seen a picture of that one. Little Batman logo.
I'm loving it all. I'm gonna steal
really.
them all.
You're gonna steal them all? We got Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
Love it.
That's cool.
I feel bad that she made these and that gave them all to me. It's like, you should probably kept a couple of them for yourself.
Dude, we can do so much with these things.
This is my favorite one.
That was the
cool.
one like I requested specifically. I was like, can I get
the Punisher? That's awesome.
It's the best logo in all of pop culture.
In all of pop culture.
Ever.
Pretty much.
Voted number 7. We got Pokemon ball.
Okay.
Pokeball have a name?
Pokeball.
A Pokeball.
Well, far be it from me to think it would be something more original.
And I think there's
there's a Yankees logo.
Okay.
New York Yankees logo. Because if I had to pick a team, I would pick the Yankees. So I make sure I showed all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Anything else?
There might be more in the bottom. Yes, there is. There's a Wicked Theory logo that she made.
All right. Oh, very cool. I like the black and red.
Very nice.
I definitely like the black and the red with the white.
Bill,
that
I think you got some competition for creative design.
Yeah, for some arts and crafts projects.
This was made. These were made by Grayson and Steph.
No, this is all made by Logan.
Oh, these are all Logan. Okay.
These are all Logan.
Well, thank you, Logan.
Really
these are
beautiful
awesome.
and amazing stuff. This is overwhelming. This is a lot more than I thought we were gonna get today.
Right.
I mean,
They at the Stranger Cons want you to know that Logan
that's
made
great.
the flower on the box as well.
Okay,
Well, let's
cool.
show that off there a little bit because that's a
That actually
that's
really
a
is
craft
nice.
project all on its own. That's a multi-layered thing there.
Yeah, there's
with a
like
little
5 or
butterfly.
6 layers to the flower.
So
I think we should have Logan on the show.
I think Logan's gonna have to be on the show before her father ever is. That's for sure. Because
So Agent Palmer, next
Grant
time
just
you-
sends me stuff. He doesn't make stuff.
We'll tell Agent.
You know?
We'll tell
Sure,
Agent
there's a lot of
Palmer
heart in
to
making
stop by
them, yeah.
Michigan and pick them up and bring
You
them
know what I
here
mean?
when he comes.
And I think this is gonna be my new look. I think I'm just gonna go
Just kidding,
you know,
Palmer.
like this next Halloween.
Very,
No?
very
I like
colorful roster.
Yeah, something like that. You know, very, very scrappy.
You
Scrappy.
could be like the new Marvel
The
superhero,
psychedelic-
Rastaman.
Ragman.
Psychedelic
Bringing
Rasta.
Ragman back. Wow.
There we go.
Again, guys. Can't thank you enough. This is amazing. This is overwhelming. The amount of homework that we have to do with the movies is overwhelming. But really,
Yeah,
can't
it's
thank you
over-
enough. This is really, really cool stuff.
It's overwhelming to me too, because if they knew you, they wouldn't have sent you shit.
Right. If they really
They
knew
would've sent you
me,
squat.
right? That's you know. Don't listen to him, kids. I'm a nice guy.
No, he is a nice
I'm just
guy.
not nice to him.
He's the good brother.
But there's years and years of history between me and him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. One day you'll get it. You know what I mean? You got
It's family.
You know?
You know?
But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to hang these up, but definitely the artwork and all of these. I
was thinking a lot of those.
I don't know what you call these. What is the extra? Well, they can hear. What is the name of this?
I don't know.
Of,
They
type
want
of
you to know
craft.
Gray made Iron Man and Captain America.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh, all right. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I forget what the name of this is.
Evidently
yeah,
there's a stash hidden in the blanket lining.
What? There's more hidden. Wow.
Well, you know, let's be careful because. The
Well,
kids
we
are
got a
watching.
package with Easter eggs, man.
Like, is this part of a joke? Because this might be like.
No, not hashtag. No, not really.
Good timing because he would have cut it open. He would have.
I was
cut
ready
it.
to. I was feeling funny. I was like, you know, she's got these little knots at the end. Maybe there's something hidden. I don't know. All these different things. This is really, really incredible. This is
Definitely.
This is much more than I mean, I figured a little bit of artwork. I knew the plastic bead stuff was coming, you know, but
Well,
the
you know-
movies and the book and the mug, you know what I mean? This is more. Like, I knew you guys liked me, but like, you know, I was not this cool when I came there. Like, you know, this is more just so you guys here at the table.
Did you
know.
guys see his cell phone? That's all I have to ask you. Did you see what kind of cell phone he had? And you thought he was this cool?
Like, really? I mean, come on. No, the kids didn't see that. I hid that. I tried really hard to hide the cell phone until like they saw me with it out. Like, you know what I mean? And
They
even
told
then,
him
it
it was a
always
Star
stops
Trek
there.
communicator.
Yeah, well, I should have. But no, I bought this at a convention. That's what I should do. I should dress it up as a Star Trek communicator.
There you go.
This way, no one will really.
You gotta set it up so that
Question
when it
me.
opens, it goes "Gee," makes that Star
There you
Trek
go.
the
There you go.
opening sound.
I love it. I love all of this. So, just a big thanks from me. Like, huge. Like, I can't tell you enough. Like, you know, this is big.
Thank
and,
you.
There wasn't any chili. There wasn't any chicken chili in there. I mean, I didn't see it yet. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. But next time we can do that next time. Maybe.
You want me to make it chili? I can make it chili. I make it mean
But
chili.
you're not going to make it as good as Beth made it.
Beth made
Just
the
'cause,
blanket.
I mean, you
too,
can
though.
make it one that's probably better, but because you're not Beth, it'll never be as good as Beth.
Are you sure
okay?
she didn't make the blanket out of chili?
Beth made the blanket too, Bill.
Well, I know. Well, that's what's amazing.
That's impressive.
That alone
So how do you
is
know?
and it's warm too. Not for nothing. Like, it's thick.
Again,
Yeah.
so how
Yeah,
do you
it's
know?
like double layered and stuff, man. This took time. This is too much. All right, enough.
Bill, you should be reading these.
Enough. I'll
comments
pull an
right now.
Obama right now. And
All right.
This is
Thank you.
This is a lot of late nights of her
so thank you very much.
laying
You
there
know, we're gonna wrap this
thinking of
up.
you.
I have no idea how to turn this off, so someone
So
take it away from me.
I'll take it away from you. Thanks very much. I'll spin this around real quick. Double tap. Spin it around. Oof. No, we'll double tap it back again. So we can say goodbye to Dom. Say goodbye to Brother Bob.
Bye.
Say goodbye to Ed. And I'll say goodbye to you guys too. Steph says bye. I'm sure everybody else does too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And it'll be up on Monday. Have a good one. Thanks a lot, guys. Too much. A lot of love. A lot of hearts coming down. Swipe down to turn it off. Stop the broadcast.
They are really psyched for our movie reviews. They really want us to do that.
Dude, you have to go and look through the comments there because they
Oh,
were
wow.
like being really.
Yeah,
funny
they were
at the
there.
end.
I'm sure they were doing a bunch of stupidness as I was They were goofing on everything.
Well, maybe we can, maybe we could do one a week or two a week or something. Because
yeah, we'll.
I mean, you and I could probably do this because we live together. So it's just a matter of being able to sit down and.
Yeah, well, maybe this is an aspect for us to, we're all moving ahead in the new year. And at the very least, what we could do is
2017. We'll be ready with the movies, guys.
Could we take a little break just to sift through these movies?
You know what I mean? We'll take a couple of minutes. Want to take a minute?
Like, what is this?
You know, what is going on
I
here?
just feel like we have this giant overload.
There's so much going on now. There's so many distractions on the table.
It's like movies on the table must absorb film.
Maybe that's more of what it is. It's like, no, there's a stack of movies. I have to touch them. I have to read the backs, see who's in these things.
Because half of these I haven't heard of.
Well, go through a couple. I mean, well, that's the great thing about Grant. Let me tell you about Grant in movies is that, like,
this one I haven't heard.
He's not the kind of guy who's like,
alert on the back.
There's a spoiler alert, do not read description. Spoiler alert, do not read past the word human nature. Wow, he's thorough, this dude. But what I was going to say is that he's the kind of guy.
Wow, this is the French version of the film Angela.
He's not afraid to like watch anything.
Besson.
Like, he'll give anything a shot. I'm sure he'll turn stuff off halfway through. But like, I've gotten a lot of recommendations from him that were really good stuff. That was stuff that I'd never heard of.
The director's cut of Payback. I have always actually wanted to watch this and never had a chance.
See that? Mm-hmm. See that? This guy.
It's got an extra 30 seconds, man.
I'm a huge fan of Richard Stark's Parker. And this is based on the first Parker book, The Hunter.
Okay. All right. See, I didn't know that. I knew of him, but I didn't realize that was one of his books.
Yeah, there's just 30 seconds of Ben Affleck picking his nose in the bank.
Which one is that? Oh.
The director's cut of Payback.
Oh. Well, if Ben was in it, I guess.
That's not the one with him in it?
No, that's Mel Gibson. That's the one.
That's the Mel Gibson movie. Okay.
James Brown.
You're thinking of Paycheck.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
I was
thinking of with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I saw, which was like, but
well, that's why I was making such a big deal out of 30 seconds of him picking his nose.
All right, so you know what? Yeah, let's take a break for a minute. Let me clear off all this stuff.
Okay.
And then.
Hey pod lovers, we post new episodes every Monday, and if you're looking for other places to listen to the Wicked Theory podcast, we've got options. You can find us on the Wicked Radio Network, the Tangent Bound Network, iTunes, and the Apple Podcast app built into every iPhone and iPad. We're on Stitcher, TuneIn, Libsyn's Podcast Source app, Player FM, and soon, Google Play. Of course, you can also hear full episodes of WickedTheory.com or also on our Facebook page. As always, please subscribe, rate, and review where and when you can. Where and when you can. That's what helps us get exposure and new listeners. Want to reach the show? Want to reach the show? Send questions, comments, paternity test results, or even your eviction notices to podcast@wickedtheory.com.
Ed Mail.
Now we have a lot of Ed Mails built up over the last few weeks.
In all fairness, yes.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we did some email.
Yeah.
And before we get to you and your email, I have to address Agent Palmer and his email.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this to bed. Mm-hmm. That is the Palmer theme. That, look, I called him out like 7 episodes ago. And I was like, if you were so great, why didn't you put in this information in the email? I don't know if it rings a bell for anybody here at the table.
Sounds
but
big.
We were talking about.
I think I recall.
I believe we were talking about what our superpowers were.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And we were like, and I called him out. So I don't have it in front of me, but he was like, "Oh, you're going to call me out? Well, I'm calling you out." And then I don't remember what the hell he said after that.
Okay.
So I apologize to Agent Palmer for that, but it's a bygone thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's been a little too long. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's who's going to remember besides me?
Yes. So what's the email?
Oh, I don't have it.
No.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. But I can make it happen. Maybe we'll get to it by the time Ed's done.
Yeah.
How about that? We'll let Palmer sweat it out right now. Mm-hmm. Will Bill get to the email?
I will also let you know there were a lot of emails I sent over the holidays that were Christmas based that we've kind of put over to the side.
Yeah.
We may get back to them next year. Knock on wood, if we're still on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
There's always another Christmas.
That's true too. So, where do you want to start, Ed?
All right, gentlemen.
Sir.
Who is the most metal supervillain of the 21st century so far?
Like heavy metal?
Like
metal.
Like you know, like really like.
What was that?
I don't know.
No, okay, you're not. I can't get that out of you again.
Just quote unquote metal.
Metal. All right.
As in made of metal, or as in emo Kylo Ren metal?
No, I mean like who's the most like heavy metal?
Who is the James Hetfield of supervillains?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the
who? What supervillain would Ozzy Osbourne write a song about?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Iron Man? No, wait, no, Magneto. That's pretty metal. Do you get more metal than Magneto?
No, you don't actually. But I don't know.
You know, why don't we ask the guy with the bass in his hands? Maybe he might have some kind of clue.
You know, the guy playing Iron Man. You mean? Maybe.
You know,
I don't know.
the song Ozzy Osbourne wrote.
Yeah, you know,
about,
it's about as metal as you
inadvertently
get.
about a superhero
Made of iron.
Yeah.
You can't get more metal than that. I think.
I don't know. Like, I'm really not up on like.
You know what? I will give it to Ozzy.
The reading that you guys are.
I'll give it to Ozzy. I'll tell you why. Because like a true villain, he's crazy. Mm-hmm. He's got a British accent.
Like a true villain.
And screams a lot and making like kind
makes
of
no
face.
sense.
You know what? You're kind of describing Loki.
That's what I'm. Well, you know, that's. I think it's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a coat that can fit many. You know what I mean? I think it's one of these kinds of things. Maybe I'm wrong, but
you know what? I'm gonna have
I
to
thought
go
this was
with
like. I thought we were. The question was more about villains in like comics, things like that.
That's true. I did make him
heavy metal. You made him a villain.
I see what you're saying.
Because he's from heavy metal, but it was the other way around.
Yeah, no, like of the comic super.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was gonna go with maybe Kingpin from the Daredevil show, just because every time you see him, like they're playing some like symphony, like Beethoven type shit. It's like it's just like it's funny how I think it would be funny to see some heavy metal in the background when he's walking around.
They re-edit those scenes like on YouTube. Someone puts some Slayer behind it instead. That would be funny. I could dig that. But as far as like, I don't know. I think you have to quantify what are the criteria of metal. Like, you know what I mean?
I think we have to go to the next question.
Okay.
Well, maybe Kilgrave from Jessica Jones.
Yeah, he's like Brit metal. He's like some kind of.
He's got the Brit thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But he's wearing purple.
And he's a bit crazy, you know.
He is wearing purple though.
He's a bit bonkers off his head, you know.
Not very
Could be
metal.
glam rock.
Okay. He's very glam rock. We'll give it to that. He's the most glam rock guy of the 21st century.
Little eyeshadow, little powder, face powder.
That's the only thing he's missing, really. So, what's next one?
All right, gentlemen. Would Michael Keaton be a good choice to play Bruce Wayne in a Batman Beyond movie?
No.
Michael P. Keaton?
You think of Alex P. Keaton.
Right, I'm just saying. That threw me off for a second. I was like, I thought you were doing something to me there.
Buster Keaton, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's at that point. I mean, obviously, he's not.
He's Birdman now.
Well, yeah, but I just mean like he's at an age point where I think that could work. Mm-hmm. He's not obviously, the size of the dude from that cartoon. You know what I mean? But yeah, the age is there. I could see it working out some way.
Make him the Vulture.
Well, I think of the yeah. Well, I mean,
he would work as the Vulture.
Well, it's only because Birdman, but
I think that character has a lot of pathos to it. Originally, when they were actually talking about doing a live-action Batman Beyond movie with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh my God, remember that
in the early aughts?
Oofta.
Give me Robbie Amell.
That didn't happen.
Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
but like people were talking about Clint Eastwood. I think that's just because I think they modeled the cartoon character
from the chin up on the show. Yeah, he looked like Clint Eastwood basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know exactly where that's coming from, but I just can't picture him. Mm-hmm. I can't. He's too skinny too. But then again, I don't know who else would fit. Wilford Brimley? No, not really. No, too much mustache. All right, what do you got next?
He's got diabetes.
That's true.
Diabetes. Gentlemen,
sir,
who would you choose?
Who are these gentlemen you keep referring to?
Oh, this guy, right?
Who would you choose to narrate the audiobook of your life?
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Obviously. I mean,
the voice of God.
It's just Morgan Freeman around the table.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's the voice of God. Who else do you need? It's either him or James L. Jones.
The chapters about cutting out of high school will suddenly have a lot of
gravitas. I can just hear the opening
gravitas.
to mine. Bob, I am not your father. I'm just the voice of your life.
I think I'm gonna go with Morgan Freeman also.
Morgan Freeman? Really?
Although I don't know, he might be always checking in what's in my wallet.
With Morgan Freeman, my thing was I would probably start writing it to Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yeah. See, like I'm thinking, like which actor's voice sort of embodies the personality of your life so far?
Right.
Well, that would be Alec Baldwin because he's nuts.
For me, it'd probably be like.
Excuse me.
For me, it'd probably be what's the whoever the guy is that played that's stupid. What was that? That movie back in the days with the little girl and her best friend was like real. He was like an English guy and nobody else could see him, but he was always trouble. I don't know. Somebody out there.
Brent Spiner.
Okay, I'll take Brent Spiner. No, but something sillier than that. I'll take Pee Wee Herman or
Pee Wee Herman. Okay.
Weird Al Yankovic.
There you go.
There you go.
Reading the book of my life. That'll work.
That actually is good for you.
Or one of the Johns from They Might Be Giants. But I'll settle for Weird Al.
Yeah, you do have like a lot of his CDs.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
Too much.
I love Rocky Road, dude. Man.
Dude.
All right.
Do you have more? I believe you do.
Yes. Gentlemen.
Sir.
What are some of your favorite mute movie characters?
I can only think of one. I'll see if anybody else has any. Mute,
yeah, I can't think of any.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any.
Characters that don't talk.
Oh, jeez.
I'll say this. My movie is not a theatrical movie.
Oh, what's that?
It's a TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from The Stand.
Oh, Jesus. I was just thinking the same one.
And I can't remember his name.
Rob
Lowe played him in the movie. And it was like one of Rob Lowe's big comeback moments.
Yeah, because his whole career was over at that point.
After that sex tape
He was like, okay, yeah, just get me on camera for a while. I
Yeah.
won't talk, I promise.
No, it'd be great for me. It'd be great for me.
And look where he is now.
People won't even really be sure it's me. And look how it's worked out since then, right? Like you said. But outside of that, like off the top of my head, I really can't think of any. Well.
How about any character that Marley Maton has played?
If I had a drum set right now, I'd give you the old.
No, that's still because she does talk.
No, that's true. She does make sound.
Yes.
So then I'd say Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes
from G.I. Joe. Because other than that, that's the only other one I can think of. Or Snoopy. That's
No one remembers Paco, the mute manservant from Zorro the Gay Blade.
No. Sorry, no.
But I probably should.
Dom's not even wasting the energy on saying no.
I don't know, Harpo Marx?
Harpo Marx.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one.
That's probably the most well-known, maybe.
Silent Bob, although Silent Bob does speak.
Eventually. But you got to be like 4 movies, I think, to get him to get like a... No, he gives a speech.
Yeah, he speech at the end of Clerks, and he does it again at the end of...
No, he has like one line in every movie.
Something. He's not so Silent Bob. Mm-hmm. Not as silent as you may think.
Yeah, he's usually commenting on Jay. About what a moron Jay is and how he's got to be secretly gay.
What's next there, Chumley? Surly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're not surly.
No, I'm not.
No.
Not really.
That's actually probably a good reference to The Simpsons.
All right, here's the kicker. I think this is probably the most prescient. Gentlemen, which genre should Quentin Tarantino tackle next?
Ooh, yeah, I liked this
Dynasty.
one.
Mm-hmm. So we've got
soap operas, just like as a genre. Though. He's being a little bit broad.
He could take Dynasty and turn it into like a western with shoulder pads.
Okay,
I mean,
they're always fighting. It's just that the women are fighting.
Right. No, I hear what you're saying. But bring it back to the 80s.
All of his films feature exploitation in some way.
Right.
You've had him do crime movies. You've had him do kung fu movies.
Right.
Like grindhouse action movies. And the last 2, you've had him do a war picture.
Right.
And the last 2 have been westerns.
Right.
Where can he go next?
Well, I want him to do
a romantic comedy with Adam Sandler.
Could work. Maybe he could revive Adam Sandler's
You know
career.
what? If anyone can.
If anybody can bring people back from that, right?
He's going to let him redo 50 First Dates or something like that.
There you go. What about you, Dom?
I was going to say maybe he could do a little Iron Fist movie for Marvel.
There you go.
There you go. That's not a bad idea at all.
That would actually be an awesome idea.
Or at the very least, have him do the pilot for the TV show.
Well, supposedly the TV show is not really happening anymore. So.
Supposedly that they say that's just supposedly.
It's happening. They've signed a showrunner. So it is in the works.
Well,
What about Doctor Strange movie? I mean, do they have a director attached?
Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's shooting.
They're shooting. Okay,
right
so
now.
all right, they'll shoot the director and put him in there.
Oh well, not that kind of shooting.
I'm sorry.
But I know that there's mixed rumoring about the Iron Fist thing. But at this point, I'm gonna say that they're going for it. It could change. I know people are like, oh, maybe it's gonna become like its own 2-hour movie. Or
well, I know they were having a hard time getting someone to run the show. So
yeah, it seems like they found out now whether or not they get somebody
who will last or be good,
or cast somebody special in a lead. Like who knows? Because they seem to have gone out of the way to get semi-familiar people.
What about?
So, anyways, back on track with the question.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking. While you guys were talking, I was thinking about the question.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And I was thinking, gee, what about if Fox saw that the Deadpool movie that they're making now is actually going to make money, and they decide to do a sequel?
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be great for a Deadpool sequel.
I think we give the Fantastic Four to him. Like if we're gonna at this point, why not? Let him do a period piece because he loves to do period stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let it be the '60s, and let's see. I don't know.
Well, see, the other thing is inevitably all of his movies, like he's the only director in history who wanted to make the 1940s look like the 1970s. It just
right. Well, I just don't think he can let go of the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at the very least, it look like it's the 40s that the 1970s would have produced.
You know what? That's a great thing.
No, it's a special thing. Like it adds another layer to talk about. Like I mean, another thing to pick out. The other thing I would say legitimately though is like I would love to see him maybe do something of a sci-fi nature.
I think that would be interesting.
Or something that's a little bit more in line with like I don't want to say buddy cop, but like again with just two guys and focus mainly on two guys.
I would love to see two guys trapped.
You're thinking about Pulp Fiction too much.
But Pulp Fiction isn't just two guys. That's why I kind of said it like that, is because it kind of feels like that, but you end up following these other stories too.
But I would love to see just a scene of two guys trapped in a metal tube, flying through the vacuum of space, arguing about what Like a Virgin is really about.
Just some pop culture, some long pop culture argument because they're in deep space. Because there's nowhere to go.
Like especially Reservoir Dogs.
We already know that it's about a girl needing wanting a giant cock.
But like especially with Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, the thing that's interesting about those movies is the conversations. Like
absolutely.
Like if you were just to look at the words, they don't have anything to do with the story. They don't move the plot forward at all.
It's hardly even character building.
But they tell you, but they do sort of.
They intone. They
tell you what you need to know about those characters.
Sure, to a degree. But what you learn more is just who they are by watching them talk. They could talk almost about anything. Like it could have been about sports. Like watching Vincent and Jules talk in the hallway.
Yeah. Instead
of talking about FemForce 5 or wherever that is and pilot TV shows, they could have been talking about sports. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. It's about the way that those guys talk to each other and the verbiage that they use. Like that's what kind of puts you in the world and lets you know what type of dudes these are without it being like, let's watch them XYZ for a while. Eventually they get to that. You know what I mean?
Or even like the tipping conversation in Reservoir Dogs.
Fair enough, yeah.
You realize that these guys don't really know each other very well.
No, yeah. It's that, and it's in that movie. I have a feeling that that's all about misdirection. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I am just trying to find a way in for you before I just totally fucking pull the rug out from underneath you. Like, what's going on as far as who those guys are. Yeah. But good point. A lot of conversation in a deep space adventure. It's a lot of traveling. It's a lot with two guys left alone in a room. So, someone's going to be complaining about the soundtrack.
Give them the next Star Wars movie.
At this point, I mean, looks a little like this. If people are going to cry about giving it back to George Lucas, give it to Quentin first. Okay?
But
if we're going to blow it up, let's fucking blow
it up. Quentin's the kind of guy who puts his own personal stamp on things that I think it's just better if he just makes up his own original property. Just say, I'm going to do a space movie.
I'd much rather watch Luke Skywalker be like, who are these motherfuckers on my motherfucking planet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, this is some real fucking fucked up shit we got here with these lightsabers. I'm telling you, this is crazy. Something whatever.
Or like have him do like Bradbury's Martian Chronicles or something that hasn't really been delved into.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like, look, and people will say like Quentin's best movie is the one thing that he adapted. Some people will.
I would not argue.
Well, I think it's minutia. I think it's like it's. They're different animals in a way. It's the one thing that feels different than all his other shit, as much as it feels like his stuff, though. But my point being that, like, Maybe that's what it takes. Maybe that's what it takes is an adaptation of something like you're saying. You know, hell, I'm willing to see anything he does anyway. So with that, Ed, I believe that wraps up the Ed mails.
Yeah.
Now I'm closing the door on it, man.
Okay.
All right. It's enough. No. I mean, how many? I mean, you know, we could just go all day. I mean, just give you your own fucking show once a month. We'll just do fucking your emails.
Really?
There's enough.
Really?
Could you promise?
You mean we can make the show about me?
All about me. So let's do some meanwhile real quick.
Meanwhile.
Stuff that we've been watching or stuff that we might have seen in the last week while we were not here.
Excuse me.
Bob had a meal that caused him to belch. That's Bob's contribution.
I was trying to burp meanwhile, it didn't work.
That's going to be his contribution to this segment. I don't know if anybody.
News first, though.
Well, I feel like news will sink into it a little bit more.
That's fine.
So I only have one thing to hit on the meanwhile. If anybody else has anything,
What's that?
Got a couple things.
The Shannara Chronicles.
I'm really musical today. I don't know why.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Just today, I have a feeling, Broadway boy, that there is more musicalness inside you than most people. But so MTV's Shannara. Am I saying it right, Ed?
The Shannara Chronicles.
I didn't say it like that, so
Okay.
probably not. But so I got a call from once. Oh, you know what? I know that I teased it. So let's get to Agent Palmer's thing. Let me wrap it up because I know he was just thinking, I can't believe these guys said they were going to do it. And then he went right by it. You know what I mean? So he probably was feeling like, oh, he's finally going to read it. And then I just didn't fucking read it. So here's how it goes. Okay, so he kind of breaks down because we misunderstood his original email. So he kind of breaks that down, what that really was. But skipping past that, he says, you called me out, so I'm calling you out. Well, not everyone. Everyone except Dom, because Dom actually remembered that he chose what he actually chose all the way back in episode 23.
How are you?
So, just to declare, I was not on the air for this episode.
You were, no,
Okay.
you were not.
I must declare.
So Dom correctly remembered that he had said his power would have been to have the Green Lantern ring. Bill, you wanted invisibility. Bob eventually landed on choosing super speed. Despite the fact that you all are harbingers of what you watched last, the choosing of powers for each was a bright spot. Maybe I should stop there next time. Gives a little recommendation for the show. Maybe keeping the bits smaller works better. Who knows? You guys easily get distracted. Points out some stuff that was funny. The stuff that's not going to, I don't know, the Diet Coke Bender reference from Bobby, Irving Forbush, the Thing ring. This is all stuff that is so, this is fucking 7 episodes ago now. You guys are the bee's knees. And apparently so am I.
Bees have knees?
Because I think I said that about him.
It's a British term.
4 solid bits from what was supposed to be 6 questions. That was good stuff. Keep up the good work and don't pick apart my questions or you'll get Palmer-fied again. And now back to your regularly scheduled Wicked Theory podcast or whatever you're listening to right now. And, you know, yeah, there you go. That's the email. Woofda. Love you, buddy. I really do.
We finally read it out loud.
Yeah.
Yes, you usually talk to him several times a day for...
Yeah, that's probably why I feel like I don't
several
really
hours.
need to read the emails from him because it's like I, had this conversation. No.
When is Palmer going to come to town?
I called him out today. I said, because
Yeah.
he was like, oh, I'm only like 2.5 hours from New York. I said, yes, as a matter of fact, that's true. You're only 2.5
Really?
hours from New York.
Where is he? He's in Pennsylvania, right?
Right. So I said to him that I had said this to you, I think, or either
Yeah.
Dom or Bob.
I think both.
That,
I think we had the conversation.
Yeah, this guy could just drive here and be on the freaking show if he wants to be on the show.
If he wants
Yeah.
to.
If he wants to. But
He could do it all in one day if he wanted to.
If he
He could
really
drive,
want-
yeah, if
yeah,
he
if
really
he
wanted to, he could drive out here, do the show for 2 hours, and then drive back.
Yeah, and I
And
even
he's
told
done.
him.
It's an 8-hour shift.
Yeah, I told him he could.
You
Even
know?
I told him he could stay on the couch.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We'd make something out of it.
Yeah,
Maybe
but-
do an extra episode with him. Something like.
And now he's got a blanket. Now he's got a blanket.
I'm not letting him use this blanket.
No?
He'll take this. This is from the Markhams. You don't know, Bob, how much Dom Palmer is known to. You think he's a super fan of this show?
Oh, yeah?
Not as much as 7 Days a Geek.
Really?
Woo! That's a whole other thing. So, but anyway, Palmer, we appreciate you. We love you here. I do. I don't know about the other guys. I don't want to speak for them. But
If he
all
came-
your
if
help
he
is always
came and,
appreciated. But if he came,
maybe
here,
I
man,
could learn to love him too.
Yeah, it's true, right? I mean, yeah. You could,
I like some of his tweets.
Could show
there
him
you go.
around.
How about that? See, there is some appreciation for you. So, we'll schedule you for next week. As you're listening now, it's Monday. You have to
Start
be here
packing.
right. You have to be here by Saturday. So start getting the wheels in motion. If you want to call out sick on Friday, so you can pack and be here.
Put
on
the
time.
wheels on the car. Make
sure it's got a tune-up, all that kind of stuff.
Get a new pair of shoes. This way you have good brakes.
Make a couple sandwiches for the road trip.
The old Flintstonemobile.
Some apple slices, whatever you're into. And then
trail mix.
And then we'll be
Beef
here
jerky.
waiting. I'll even take off the Saturday to make sure I'm here for you, buddy.
Aww.
That's right. I'll sacrifice a day of work for that. How about that?
That's good because I'll be
It's not
sleeping.
really a sacrifice, though.
Sacrifice a day of work that you will probably get paid for anyways.
Well, shush. Sacrifice a day of work on a day I don't want to work anyway because it's a Saturday.
Something's getting cut out of this episode.
It's not like the boss is ever going to hear it.
Yeah, seriously.
But
all right, so we're doing it. We're in like the middle of a meanwhile section.
We
here.
were, and I was going to try and talk about the Shannara Chronicles.
The Shannara Chronicles.
Thank you.
Is that what you wanted?
Well, that's kind
You
of.
were looking at me like, please, Ed, please just say it.
Just say something in that crazy voice. So I was surprised. So what happened was, that's why it reminded me. Palmer had called me and was like, hey, I just want to throw this out there. You should really probably check this out because it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And he's actually read the books.
Oh, okay.
So the setup on it, if you didn't give it a chance, it's MTV's new big push for a scripted show. And they've got the first 2 episodes up as like a 2-hour kind of a thing. And that's on their YouTube channel.
So
that's where I watched it.
I'm a little confused. How many episodes have actually aired on MTV?
They showed 2 episodes on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night,
yeah.
It was
And
just
that's it.
and that's it.
Yeah, and it was basically a 2-hour pilot.
Right.
Okay.
But there's 4 available online.
Right.
If you just log in, you can watch the other 2 before they air. So I watched those first 2, and I really liked it more than I thought I was gonna. I didn't realize, probably because I knew nothing really about it. So I was able to come in clean, which is rare for me lately, to come into anything and really not know what's going on. Like, I knew there was some fantasy element of it, but I didn't know what it was. So I don't know if I should really get into more details, because maybe I should just say to people, check it out without knowing anything.
I do know, I haven't seen it. I plan on checking it out, but I do know that the web is kind of comparing it to Game of Thrones a little bit. I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know what the comparing really consists of. If it's, this is shit compared to Thrones, or Thrones is shit compared to this. I don't know. But,
I think it's very different. I think this is much more action based. You could tell that this is geared more towards teenagers.
Right.
Well, it's MTV. Everything on it is. So
yeah,
it gears young in the look, but ultimately,
I've only seen the trailers, but it sounds like it's
I haven't even seen
basically
the
Game of Thrones for the under 18 crowd.
And you do have 2 strong female characters
that are both really cute. But what I will say is that like it's a little bit more Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings.
Right, I've heard that.
Okay, so it's got more direct fantasy stuff in it than Game of Thrones does. Game of Thrones fantasy stuff is on the fringe kind of a thing. And if it gets as political and meandering as Game of Thrones does, it hasn't yet. But
there's more magic, mysticism, monsters, that kind
absolutely. And I don't know, some of the more interesting aspects of it are things that I feel like are kind of like really cool that I don't want necessarily. Not that they're big spoils, but they're interesting elements that like it was like, what's going on here? What does this really mean?
And
what is this really about?
Because it is MTV, everyone is pretty except for John Rhys Davies.
Hey, there's a certain kind of sex appeal to an old dad kind of look.
Yeah, and
for some people,
it's weird that even in a fantastical netherworld, they somehow find a way to sneak a surfer boy in there.
Yeah, that kid really looks like he's ready to pack a ball.
And that's a great character.
But he's good in it, like because he's like the fish out of water kid who doesn't know what's going on. He's got to go do the journey type stuff.
Maybe we'll find out down the road that he like fell out of the sky from like time travel.
I wouldn't be surprised because every now and then the kid does seem to slip into his regional accent, like wherever he's from. Like every now and then, like the last word on the sentence would be like "dude." Like it might as well just be "dude" on the end. But it's really good. I think it's worth watching, worth checking out, mostly because of the things that are like kind of like hinted at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the real backstory? From what I understand from Palmer is that this starts in the second book in the series. The first book in the series is like 99% dudes, and it's by putting it here, all that stuff that like happens in the first book can be alluded to, and it gives it more of a mysterious kind of like air about it. Like stuff needs to be filled in. Like what's this kind of connection and that thing. So anyway,
and that's why this the spinoff is going to be the prequel series.
Well, I'm sure it will eventually down the end. And as Don pointed out to me, because I didn't know who this dude was, it's got the guy who played Deathstroke on Arrow.
Okay.
Manu Bennett.
Manu.
Yes, Manu
Bennett. So that's all I got. For meanwhile, that's all I really
His
watched this week.
R,
that's of a big special note.
Well, I got a couple things.
That's what I'm hoping. Somebody had something.
So I've actually started watching Fargo.
That's right.
Oh man, how far into it are you?
Fargo, Eduardo. I am halfway through season 1, so
okay.
I expect to have the first season done by this weekend.
And a full report on my desk by when?
Today's Saturday, so tonight I'll probably get a couple done, and then tomorrow.
And those are dense episodes. Those episodes are like an hour and a half, hour 15 minutes.
No, they're not. No, they're regular episodes, 45, 50. I mean, as far as I know, I'm watching them on FX on demand on TV.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, actual run time on when they air might be a little bit longer because that's what you're thinking, right? Because they run over the hour to some extent, right?
Yeah, because there's no commercials or anything on FX on demand.
So yeah, sure. So the run time for you is like looking like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They're stretching it out.
Right. Okay. I see what you mean by that. But yeah, so I'm digging that. If there's any show that I've ever seen that makes a bolder statement in the pilot episode, it's this show. The pilot is like one of the most like courageous pilots I've ever seen in my life with some of the things they do in it.
And like you think, oh, this is our main character, and all of a sudden, nope.
Exactly. Nope. Right.
I like
well,
that.
I mean, don't say anything. Yeah. Don't go any further because he's still around. But,
okay then. All right then. All right.
I don't expect him to be around for much longer because I did see his billing on the IMDb page, so I know how many episodes he's in the series for.
Oh boy!
Oh, you spoiled yourself, huh?
Yeah. I also started and finished watching Show Me a Hero on HBO.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes.
That's a 6-piece miniseries that HBO did starting back in August, and I think it wrapped up sometime in September or maybe October.
That's with Oscar Isaac, right?
So yeah, Oscar Isaac's in that. John Bernthal's in it. Winona Ryder also. There's a few other familiar faces in it, but I just don't really know the names.
Sure.
But it's very serious.
There's no special effects. There's no.
There's no violence. There's no fighting. It's
no laser swords.
You need to have the thinking cap on while you watch it.
Based on a true story.
Is there math?
No, there's no math. There is some politics, but there's no math.
Okay, all right. Regional.
Is it produced by David Simon?
I think he's the director.
Okay.
I'm not positive.
You better bring names. When Ed's here, he wants names.
Hey, look.
He wants to know scriptwriter who signed the fucking green light on this thing.
Creator of The Wire.
Who was the head of the studio at the time?
Yeah, well,
craft services.
Who got the lunches?
What was Thursday? What was in the menu? But no, really good though, right? I mean, I watched the first episode and I thought it was really standout stuff. And I knew it was gonna be like one of these intense kind of like a lot of hot button issues kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's it's like Ed said, it's a true story, and what the story is about is definitely a hot button issue, and it's controversial at times, obviously, because that's what the show is about. It's about a major controversy that happened in real life.
Does Oscar Isaac have a mustache?
Yes, he does.
I find when he wears a mustache, he means business.
He does mean business.
Most actors, that's their sign.
I mean, check him out here. I got a picture of him up on.
There's
another
one. There's another one called A Most Violent Year.
Yes.
That he made with Jessica Chastain a while ago.
Yes.
He wears a mustache in that, and you could tell. Oh, this guy means business. This guy's.
That's that movie that was Sundance thing that blew up, and then it made its way kind of into regular theaters for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where it's. Kind of
something to do with the
mob.
Gangster
Stuff.
Yeah, it's
right,
a gangster movie.
I remember that. I remember him doing some touring for that.
Anyways,
sir. Yes.
This is a great show.
Okay.
And it's only 6 episodes.
Right. It's
so if you got a little bit of time, I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's on HBO.
Right.
So if you have an HBO, if you're a subscriber to HBO, just put on
Home Box Office.
You know what else HBO? Not to completely cut you off, but you were wrapping that up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Close enough, right? You don't mind if I step on the very end of that, right?
Go ahead.
But also on HBO, we've realized this week has the first and second part of the Dark Knight cartoon.
Yes,
the animated Frank Miller Dark Knight two-parter that basically comes out to like 3 hours.
Starring Peter Weller.
Is that who's doing his voice?
Yes.
I'm sitting there the whole time like, who is doing his voice? It's not the regular guy. It's not Conroy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who's doing it? Peter Weller. RoboCop. Sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, really cool, man. Really like totally is like, granted, it's not a super exact faithful adaptation of it. It seems like they kind of want to fill in a couple of pieces that even the book is a little murky about for clarity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a little amble start up to the story that doesn't really feel like the book, but it's all there. So far anyway. I haven't finished it.
They take out the voiceover too, don't they?
The narration kind of a thing.
Yeah.
There's no really straight narration kind of thing going on, but like all the talking heads from the TV networks, like all these little bits, all these little notions, all the character designs, it's all stemming straight from Frank's work. Like, you know, it seems like it's all there. I can't wait to get into the second half of it because obviously that's where the story picks up anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But just really, I was really excited to see that. HBO's got a bunch in their on-demands of these the DC animated stuff.
I got to check that out.
And one day we'll get the Killing Joke, which is the one I'm working on next, which is insane, but okay, they're going to do it. Keep the kids away from that one.
Okay, you really?
Yeah.
So, real quickly, not to get too into it, I did see the Hateful Eight. That's the Quentin Tarantino film that's out right now.
I am planning on seeing it tomorrow.
I've seen that as well.
Okay.
Did you see it in glorious 70 millimeter?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
How many millimeters was it? Come on, man. How many? 7? 22?
As big as you see right here.
35. Gotcha. 35.
So it was pretty good. I'm not really a huge fan of
Drop
the
a lot of
Westerns.
N-words in that one.
They do.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually makes you uncomfortable a little bit, doesn't it?
I heard
it did make me uncomfortable.
It's just like it's so
wouldn't
so
make me
much. They
uncomfortable if I was
kind of
next to a
like
black
bury it
person.
on you. You know what I mean? It's like
it almost desensitize you to it probably after a while too.
No,
It's
you're probably right.
By the end,
actually.
it's like I don't. Is he still saying it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like 30, 40 of them in there. It's bad.
Yeah. Still not as much as his other movies.
Django.
Yeah.
Well, Django obviously
a lot of it
is the
gets
one that
dropped
breaks
in
the
like
record.
the first 5 minutes of the film, also.
Oh, is that as soon as
which
they
is
meet
why
that
it's
guy?
kind of like, yeah.
It's like, hey, Ann, how you doing, Ann?
Yeah.
Well, it does. You have to do that up front to let people. All right, this is what's going on.
No, you're right. You're right.
Just to remind you, we're doing the real Old West.
We
not the
didn't
Disney
want,
washed.
we didn't want to hide it and creep it in, and then you get angry later. So we're just going to tell you right up front. This is what's happening.
Right, this is that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't realize, this is a QT film. Yeah, it's gonna get like that.
So, but I liked it.
Good.
I wouldn't
So what would you
give it too much praise? But
okay. So it's not like the most amazing movie ever, and you wouldn't probably put it as one of his best films.
No.
So what would you, as just on its own merits, 1 to 10, what would you feel like?
I'd give it a 7.
That's
Solid
good, though.
7.
7's still good.
No, because it was a good movie. It just,
Right.
Like I said, it's not.
It's not
that
full
I'm in
of
love
wow
with.
kind of stuff that his stuff sometimes.
What do you think about it?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I like his stuff because I was a kid in the 70s. I remember all the exploitation stuff. You know?
Right. All the stuff.
I remember all that look. Yeah, all the stuff he's taken from. So to see and feel that in a movie, it always appeals to me.
Now,
Sure.
I always get a certain amount of enjoyment out of it. And then he always does good movies.
I know it's over 3 hours long, but does it drag?
No, it's not really 3. It's like
it's just about 3. It's about like
236 and change.
No, it's a little bit more than that, but it's about like I want to say like 247, 250.
But I mean, like, does it
Split
drag? Does it feel
No,
that
not really.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That's good.
Not at all.
Because that's the key to that anyway.
Yeah.
Is just having that kind of constant motion feeling. At least it doesn't.
The plot's
clunky-
always moving. There's nothing that's really feels like it's just there to take up space.
No, that's good. That's good.
You know, so the pacing is good.
Now, Ed, you're going to see it tomorrow.
Yes.
Is your plan to see it in 70?
That's the plan.
Now, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the city.
Yes.
You're going to catch up with a friend.
On the old IMAX.
Yeah. I have a buddy I'm going with.
Does this buddy have a name?
Yeah, I got to catch the Revenant.
Is this buddy real?
Would this be
Satan? No. Satan is in Cali. It's my friend John.
Okay. Okay. John Doe. I'm only fucking with you. No, cool, man. I'd rather hear about how that experience goes for you next week, or if you see it in regular 35, then don't bother. Then, like, I could go do that. You know what I mean?
No, but it's I was excited because they have this. They're calling it a road show.
Sure.
Where you see it in 70mm, and there's supposed to be like programs you get.
There's an intermission,
and they add an overture and an intermission. So like it's like this big giant experience.
Like an extra 16 minutes, I think, too.
Yeah. So
that'll be a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with the intermission, because I think the intermission is like 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's like 3 hours and 10 minutes or something like that.
Wow.
So I'm excited.
Well, that sounds like
it's a day trip.
You're definitely gonna enjoy the movie.
Moving forward.
Forward movement.
The past few days, the Television Critics Association,
the TCA,
as it's
2016, their winter press tour took place in Pasadena.
Which, for those of you who don't know,
and this is exciting. Why?
Well, I'm going to explain.
Yeah, they do this twice a year.
Bob, you're gonna like what we have to say here.
Okay.
So all the television networks and the production companies kind of trot out the upcoming shows for the advertisers to see them, preview them early.
Okay, this is all right.
So the pilot for AMC's Preacher was shown to reporters that were at the TCA 2016.
Really?
So if you listen to the show, the world obviously a little jazzed up about this one. I mean, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
So
we're only starting another
what's
show.
The leakage? What's the leakage?
No solid leakage, but anyone that I've seen on Twitter or articles on
the web,
Heroic Hollywood, and everything else on the web has been nothing but positive about the cast, about the episode itself, about what's in the episode.
It seems like they are actually, they've got all these people on the hook too. Like a lot of the comments I'm seeing are of the like, I want to know what happens next kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, they really got, you know what I mean? Really got people intrigued. Wow, this is crazy. No one's going to be ready for this kind of a thing. How are they going to do this?
Right. So, I mean, just to put it out there, I mean, this is obviously our main attraction to the TCAs. But there were other things that were shown there. I mean, not to get into any of them, just to put that out there.
Let's like glaze over them a little bit.
No, I mean, I don't even know what else was shown. To be honest with you, I'm just saying that there was other shit shown. I just don't know what it was.
It wasn't just about that show.
Yeah, but anyways, supposedly, because they did do a little panel interview with all the main cast.
Right.
I think Garth Ennis, the writer, was actually on the panel,
and
Rogan, Sam Catlin, and Evan Goldberg were there also. And they did make it pretty, they wanted people to know that it's going to be much different from the comic for the most part.
But there's going to be a good amount of differences.
Yeah. I don't know how open to interpretation that is.
Yeah, like what does that mean? Because at one point in this question and answer, he says that, well, even Garth was like, make some changes. Don't be afraid to make the changes. So that's what they're kind of going with. That, like, even Garth was like, some stuff's probably not going to work, or you'll have to make tweaks. But he used the word small changes, and then a couple questions later, he's like,
it was a little bit contradictory because, like,
that's what I mean.
Some people, like one of them would say, like, it's a little small change that we had to make in this aspect of the show, and then another 10 minutes down the road, Seth Rogen's like, we wanted to make a show that will appeal to the comic fans and like give them a little bit of a treat because it's not the exact story that they already read.
They won't know what to expect. So it's like, how do you gauge both of those against each other a little bit? So I think it's going to come down to is like, the changes they make, how they make them. So maybe the idea is that, like, some things will shift around or be changed, but it won't be to a point where it's like, wow, that just fucking ruins everything. So I think it's going to be like surface kind of stuff.
Probably in the same way that the Walking Dead show is different from the Walking Dead comic.
Fair enough, yeah.
And I, not to go too deep into this, but I'm 100% for this. I think it's it's
cool
good.
Yeah.
But the one thing that scares me is the Saint of Killers.
That you still haven't heard anything? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're
I
feeling?
do not think the Saint of Killers is going to be on the show.
I think he is. I think that maybe we're not going to get him this season because it seems to me like what we're kind of feeling is that they're going to be in the town a little bit longer than we thought they were going to be. Like the last thing that a lot of these articles are ending with is that one of the reporters is like, I can't remember the exact question that they asked, but it leads him to say that, like, you know, we want some stuff to be. Oh, that's what it was. It was like, oh, it seems like we're not really gonna be moving on to the main story as fast as the books do.
Oh, okay.
And so he said, well, let me tell you, like we've always wanted to work on a mystery project, something that we could say to people. I'm not going to answer that question. Right. So finally, I get to say to you, we're not going to answer that question. Because, like,
I did see that he said that.
To give that away, like how they're going to play out the big storyline, will kind of ruin reveals, I think. So I think for the readers who know the story, what he's kind of hinting at is that, like, some story elements are shifted around. So when you're going to learn certain events is probably going to be different, you know, and how they reveal themselves too, probably.
Right. So just to wrap that up,
I think that's necessary. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I think
just to wrap it up, it's everything that I've read pretty much states that, you know,
it's still positive.
It's a good episode.
Yeah,
great episode actually, and the tone is unlike anything that's on TV. I actually saw a few people say that. Yeah. That you know, if I actually saw a couple writers say that, you know, if you're one of those people that are constantly complaining about how TV shows just are churned out and they're all the same, this is the show that's for you because it's unlike anything that's been on TV in recent.
Well, good. So maybe they're going to take some risks that they would need to take for this to really be a good story.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
To make it the story.
To keep that aspect of it true, of it being a crazy story that's as dark comedy as it is, you know, a horror or supernatural related thing, then that's, I mean, it's a difficult balance, but I'm glad they're moving forward. I'm glad there's positivity about it.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
So,
what else? What did you?
And they better do Saint Killers eventually.
They better. Yeah, I mean, that's, I feel like they have to hit all of these things, even if they tweak them and they're not very recognizable. At least they're trying.
So, onto the news front for a little bit.
News.
DC.
That's the new one. You didn't.
You finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't think Bob could do that on the bass, can he?
Well, maybe get something out of it.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, that's about what I did. That's exactly what I did.
I could usher in the news segment here.
Yeah, okay, that's
so,
good. I like that
segment. On a pickup works.
There you go.
So NBC has finally ordered a pilot for that DC Comics comedy that we've been hearing about.
Oh, like the work
Powerless?
The Bizarro?
Powerless. Yes. So it's going to be titled Powerless. And it's supposedly going to borrow a lot from The Office, and it's going to feel like The Office, just with, you know, some people that are
insurance claims adjusters handling the aftermath of superhero fights.
Right.
And every now and then somebody will fly by the window, I guess, or something, or we'll see a news bit on the TV screen in the background.
Yep, I guess so.
Okay.
So,
I mean, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I don't know what to make of it because it's like it's one of these you got to wait and see. It really is a thing. It's like it's so because it's its own thing. It doesn't have any source material.
I think it'll work
It's also
out.
like you don't know like what characters are they going to be allowed to use.
Yeah, and how are these?
I don't think they need like this is the thing. Like I don't think they need to use any superheroes.
Well, no. I don't think you need to see any superheroes on screen. Right. But I'm talking like what heroes would they be allowed to reference?
Like even in mentions, even if it's like if it is a claim adjuster and she's on the phone, she's like, "Well, I understand Superman knocked the building over, but we don't cover anything by Superman. We only cover stuff by Booster Gold, like whatever."
Right.
You know.
I think that they could be they'll be able to do that. I think.
Well, I think that's what we're going to end up seeing is more people like Booster Gold.
Well, you know, whether or not we
get
actually
a whole
see
lot
them.
of B-listers just because they can be blamed for things,
right?
But now
in the universe,
but now they're ticking down the list, though. But now here's the thing:
Booster Gold. I mean, not to get too like. You know, precise on it,
here's
but
what's going on.
You know, he's like
in the wings.
Yeah. But also
that's what I was going to say. Is that DC's moving down their list, much like Marvel, where it's like, okay, we're starting.
He's
to get
up
into
next.
second
Like he's
tier.
he's in the hole right now. You know what I mean?
He's warming up. He's out in the batter's cage or whatever. But basically that.
Right.
So we're going to get fourth stringers basically.
Yeah. That's what was my point.
Right.
All the superheroes, if there are,
and it's just going to be an instance of them on a TV screen in the background, like with the reporter going, "Okay, and so like flew into a building today," you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or threw this guy into a building, and
I think it'll work.
Funny.
I think it'll work. I think it could be funny.
Yeah.
I don't see why anyone would be nervous or have their doubts for it unless you're like, I don't know, Ed might because
it's more DC, just I'm interested to see how they use the world, and I think the key to the success of this show is going to be just making it a comedy. Just don't worry about the minutia. Let's just create some interesting characters and let them live in this world.
Yeah. My question though is how they're going to make these situations comedy, because it's all based around tragedy.
Well, I mean, that's what we're presuming. We really don't know the inner workings of the office. We're saying insurance, but I mean, it could be anything, really. Right? I mean, that's not an official.
I mean, I don't have it up in front of me.
The description that I read of it was that this is the insurance company.
Oh,
that deals,
all right.
Like, and I don't think it's more just I don't think it's going to be after big giant massacres. I mean, it's going to be like
it's
the guy for the bank heist.
Or when Superman stopped that piece of skyscraper from killing a little baby, he tossed it on top of my car.
Right.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, it's not gonna. They're gonna dodge the a lot of the deathy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Deathy kind of. Yeah, it'll be about as good as when the office.
We're handling the city's claim on damages to the streets during that last battle with so and so against so and so.
I could read a little description to,
there we go.
to clear some shit up.
Okay, let's do that. Let's clear it up.
So the focus of the series is on the ordinary, powerless folks working at the insurance company who often envy the men and women outside their window who make headlines with their supernatural powers.
Oh, so they're going to be running around like, gee, if I had that superpower, I would do this, and they would do something silly and stupid.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's what it sounds like.
I think the trick is going to be, let's just make this show about insurance claims adjusters. They just happen to live in this world.
Yeah.
I think that's the approach you got to take.
I wouldn't be surprised
someone
if
got
after
the
a while,
idea for this from watching a State Farm commercial, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if after a while they there's a certain amount of distance they keep between the superhero stuff. Because, I mean, it depends on how much Warner Brothers wants it to be, how deep and how much they want it to be that superhero thing versus trying to let the show be its own thing. Like, you know what I mean? We'll see how it goes.
I think it'll work.
Well, it's got quite a bit of potential.
So, TNT, while we're on DC stuff, TNT has officially passed on that Teen Titans live action adaptation.
That's a smart thing, I think. I think that property has kind of been damaged by that cartoon.
Just because you want something doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Yeah, no.
And if people say we're going to kill the project, it's because the project was flawed.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So, I mean, I've seen a lot of people who are like upset about it, like, oh man, I really wanted that. And it's like,
it was an interesting idea, but for some reason, the combination of people that they had involved with it wasn't clicking. It didn't work.
And, even the head of TNT had to be honest about it during the TSAs and say, TCAs rather, and say, it just wasn't ready. It's a good idea. It had some solid elements, but by the end of what came time to make a decision, it just wasn't ready. And I'd rather put something on that feels ready than something that doesn't quite.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, like with superhero stuff or most genre stuff, if it's kind of like not all there, it's going to get trashed.
It's going to get destroyed.
Yeah. It's going to get ripped apart by the fan bases. So I'd rather have them say, we'll take a step back, recalibrate, return the license, whatever it may be, rather than try and push something through because the network's desperate for it. I feel like that's a better thing.
That's how we end up with Fantastic Four.
That's how you end up with Fantastic
Four. And that
Four,
mentality of it is, to me, much better as someone who cherishes, comic properties. It's like if you're a big DC fan and you really love the Teen Titans, and you really want something live action of them,
that's really good.
I wouldn't be flipping my shit ready to go to fucking Warner Brothers headquarters and start throwing papers all over the place because they canceled the show. Because that same person who wants to do that, when the show actually aired and it was garbage, they'd be wanting to do the exact same thing
right.
that they're doing now.
Right. Exactly. So I feel like also too, one of the things is that people were already chomping at the bit. Well, well, how is this going to tie into the other TV properties or the movie properties or this, that, the other? Well,
multiverse, bro. Multiverse.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, but it's not
that's
even
true too. But my point being that
I'm just kidding.
it just all goes out the window now. Now you don't have to worry about that because it wasn't probably going to. It was probably going to be its own animal. And if you want something of that ilk to finally find its way into tying to other shit, well, now you have a chance again. Because now it'll end up somewhere else. Maybe the guys. from Arrow and Flash who have just re-signed.
I think is a good thing because
I think so too. Just generally
because these characters that were on hold for the Teen Titans show can now potentially be used
other places
on Arrow and Flash that are actually good shows.
Absolutely.
Right. So
I know that the whole idea of it just wasn't. I don't think it's a good property for now to do a live action show. Because
I think it's a thing that's going to cost them money.
Yeah, the cartoon is out there. It's still popular, and it's a kiddie thing.
Well, here's the thing,
DC's got to like get away from the kiddie things to have success in the live action.
Yeah.
So to have that property out there on TV as a kids show would be detrimental to the live action
and
show.
it's also like the Teen Titans Go. It's a fine series.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't enjoy it is because I miss Young Justice.
That's the thing. And that's what I was going to say about what Bob said was that I see where he's coming from, but I think there's a generational thing where like there's kids now those shows both started 10 years ago. They want live action TV shows now. They're growing out of cartoons.
Yeah.
So for them, Teen Titans means more to them than Superman, Batman, and the Justice League.
Right.
Yeah. Because they had that and they swam in that. It's like when you try and compare the Aquaman that me and Bobby know from TV versus the Aquaman that other kids have grown up with, where like he's the fucking king of Atlantis. He's a badass.
Yeah.
For me and Bob, he rides a fucking shrimp. He's a fucking joke. A seahorse, rather. I'm
It's
sorry.
a
Let me not the
and
royal vehicle.
And it looks like he's got his legs through the seahorse and he's walking around with. That's how because it's got like clothes on.
Yeah, it's
got a skirt.
At the very least, it's got a harness. But my point being that so I can see that it being a demand for Teen Titans, I get it, or just Titans. But one of the things is, I think the budget was probably going to kill it. I think you got 5 guys. Like granted, you could say that about any of these sci-fi shows or superhero shows because they're all turning into team shows. But to start out with 5 guys, one's fucking cyborg.
Yeah, and one was Starfire, which is a hard character to crack.
Yeah.
You got an alien. You got Batman's fucking.
You got Raven.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Raven would actually go over well because she could come off as goth like she does on the.
I think
the
they
kids
all
show.
could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's. You can see the appeal and the potential in all of them.
Right.
But you also feel like it's a slippery slope with that particular team because they're all so upfront dense. But I mean, I've seen crazier things happen on TV shows that worked that I didn't think were going to.
I think they would be better off doing a Nightwing show.
Well, there you go. Maybe we'll get Nightwing on because you'll never get him right. You'll never get Batman on a TV show. Right. So maybe we'll get Nightwing popping up an Arrow. Or
get him. I would like. Obviously, I think we'd all like to see him in the movies. Potentially, because I think that's the format where he would be best served.
There were rumors.
I think Nightwing would be a good property on any format.
There were rumors that Adam Driver was going to play Nightwing in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, and he'd work, I think.
Yeah, well, what's funny is that now that everybody's seen him as in Star Wars, that no one.
Oh, I've seen him in shit, and I think he's a good actor.
Okay, because for a lot of people, all they know him from is Girls,
right?
From the HBO show.
Yeah,
so for a lot of people, it was like. This guy?
Well, he plays. I've seen a few episodes of that show, and he plays such a slump in that show that it's like this guy's the new Darth Vader.
I want to punch my TV that. He's the reason I don't watch Girls. Like some people are like I don't like.
There's many other reasons to not watch that show.
People are like I don't like Laura Dunham, this, that, and everything. And I get that or whatever. She's whatever. But my point being I don't get it. I don't get her character's appeal circling around him ugh.
Yeah, it's just
ugh. I feel greasy.
Anyways, I'm waiting for this to happen with the X-Men show that's supposed to be coming to FX.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Well, there are 2 of them, aren't there?
Well, there's Legion, which is, Charles Xavier's crazy son. We're going to make a TV show about him.
This probably wouldn't happen with with either one of those shows, though, because Fox doesn't know when to fucking cancel shit.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. They don't know what's what. But, and then... there's a team show, right? There was another one.
Yeah,
it was Legion, and then I Starfire. No,
it was like Force X or something like that.
X Force or something like that. Maybe they put that on the back burner because I feel like right now the only thing they're talking about is Legion. So, but Legion's a great character in and of himself. There's a lot of potential, but it's insano. He's Omega level, powerful, and it's like unless you put some kind of collar on him, some kind of inhibitor.
How are you gonna represent his ability?
That and it's like Superman. It's like what's a big enough threat? He's got multiple personality disorder. Each one of those personalities has a different crazy superpower.
Right.
Cool setup. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like, love it. Like, it's insano. But how do you make that really work and work well? You know, it's like, hey, I like my quirky cop show once in a while, like, you know. But this is, I don't know what you're gonna do with this guy. But
so,
what do you got next?
Fear the Walking Dead. This surprised me a lot. Fear the Walking Dead will be returning with a second season.
Yeah.
Why?
On April 10th. Can you believe that?
Fast.
Yeah.
That's
Can you
fast.
believe that?
And
Well,
why?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Well,
Because
it's not so much a why.
Well-
I'm kind of happy that it's coming back.
hang on.
but-
It wasn't bad, but it's not really necessary.
will the regular-
in the
hang
lexicon.
well, I mean, that's like saying why does any sequel get made?
Let's give
It's
the
about
guest
money.
the floor first.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Let's
I'm
give-
sorry.
He's quasi-guest. He's semi-guest. You
He
got
ain't
the
a
semi
guest.
floor. You get the
He's
semi.
got his own chair. He's not a guest.
That's true.
I got a question. Hang on.
Okay.
When does the regular Walking Dead come back?
February 14th.
Okay, will they be on the air at the same time?
I presume so, if that's the case.
There's going to be there'll be an overlap.
8 weeks. It might be like they dovetail for 1 week.
Right.
I bet you they'll do the finale
Yeah.
for the season follows.
Well, because they're also supposed to be doing Talking Dead for Fear the Walking Dead this season too. How many episodes are they getting?
I don't know. My computer just died, else I would look it up.
Well, it's safe to say that it's AMC. It's probably 10, right?
Yeah, because I know that they upped it. The original was 6.
Yeah.
They did the same thing that they did with the original Walking Dead, so they probably upped it to like.
So how
10
many
or
is
12.
Preacher? 13?
As far as I know, yeah,
13,
I'm not
right?
100%.
Okay, no, because I was just wondering
Right.
because
That's usually what
new
they
show.
do. That was
figuring
13.
out the weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
Preacher's supposed to hit in May, supposedly. No
right,
date attached.
no
to it yet.
official. They didn't even say May officially yet. So,
I mean, the premiere for the world premiere of the show is supposedly in March. They're doing a premiere somewhere in LA or some shit like that.
Okay.
But I don't think the show is going to air on TV until May.
Okay. So if you space it out,
so
if they
it's just-
overlap a week, if Fear the Walking Dead overlaps a week with regular Walking Dead, and that could put you at last week of May, maybe, right?
Well, if it starts April 10th,
Well, this is math. I'm not good with that.
Right.
On to
I mean,
other
April,
things.
May.
Yeah,
It's
April 10th is the middle of the second week of the month, or at least the beginning of the second week of the month.
Yeah, but who's on first?
Our listeners are so angry with us right
They're like, is this what the guys are talking about? Scheduling.
All right, so last bit of news.
Yeah,
I
what do you
don't
got
know
there?
if this means much to anyone at the
All right,
table,
all right.
but
Okay.
so supposedly HBO has greenlit a Deadwood movie.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I did not see the show. I didn't watch the series at all. I know that it's
that's
got
the Western, right?
yes,
Yeah.
it's got a great following.
Never got
Well,
into it.
I think they're probably going to wrap up that show because I think it didn't get a proper ending.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I
and
remember
it
that
was.
being the
I
thing.
think the only reason it was canceled is because of money.
Right.
They
the
just
budget just kept on.
yeah. I mean, they had the fan base for it, but they couldn't justify the budget for it.
Right. Yeah, it's one of these things where, like, it's like The Wire. It's one of these shows where, like, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch. It just didn't get to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
When it was airing, it was definitely one of those shows where I'd stumble on it and be like, well, this is good. Like, I know I want to watch this, and I would actually stop watching it because I didn't want to ruin anything. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's been on my fucking radar forever. I'm sorry. Let me turn in my card.
Charlie from Emergency Awesome is
Hi, guys.
taking it from you.
High five.
So I actually have a couple more things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go.
So Game of Thrones is set to return
What?
for season 6.
What?
We got a date finally,
All right.
Yeah, baby.
April 21st, 2016. Now, Ed, I know Bob doesn't watch it, but Ed, do you watch Game of Thrones?
No, I don't. I checked out.
Surprised. Why don't you? Is it just you're just that horrible of a human being? Or
Whoa.
Oh, it's about to get much worse in here, my friend. I checked out after season 1.
King Shark sucks.
Because I only liked one character in the show. There was only one character I related to. I found interesting.
No. You ever heard this complaint?
And spoilers, that character is killed in episode 9. And after that, I just went, you know what? I don't give a shit about these people. I don't care. So I'm just not going to watch any more of it.
Well, you do know how television works, right? So this is what happens sometimes on TV. After, the first season or, maybe the first 9 episodes of a season, there are a few more characters that get introduced to the show. So maybe if you went back, checked it out, you might like some of those guys. I'm just fucking around. You know, it's not.
It's a fair point.
As much as I love that show, I do not like. I do not begrudge anyone who doesn't watch it because it does have a little bit of its own taste.
And I'm gonna make you hate me more right now because it seemed like all those characters to me they fell into two categories. It was either and excuse my language.
Whoa!
It was either a big giant prick or a whiny little bitch. And
that's the show in a nutshell for the most.
Yeah, it's pretty much and like secondary characters here or there.
And there is so much content out there that I would like to get to.
You know what? I'll give you this, Ed. Mm-hmm. Like when that season ended, like the thing that got me to keep watching it really was not like, oh my God, what's gonna happen to everybody else right now, except for maybe one person, but
what's gonna happen to me?
Yeah, where's my life gonna go in a year? But like, no, it was that like, oh, I can't believe they did that. So I was not vested in characters as much as I was vested into the show of like, what will they do next kind of thing. So I'll give you that. Like there was only like one character because it was like, oh, what's going to happen with her now? You know what I mean?
We'll return after these messages.
Adam West. A little bit softer now. Adam West.
If you're following me on Twitter, that's Bill at Wicked Theory. I started doing some polls, and we're going to talk about them during the week. We'll get some results for some questions.
Okay.
Hey, man, maybe it's legit serious stuff. Maybe it's not. We'll find out as we go, right? Okay, so like this is some topical shit, but real quick, we'll do this one real quick. So I asked people on Twitter what would they rather have, because this week was a big conversation on Twitter about how many characters Twitter should, because they were talking about maybe Twitter was going to raise the character number in tweets from 140 to 10,000. So basically, you can go from a comment to
a blog,
a legitimate blog post. Much like Facebook does. Facebook's got like that many characters you can use. So I asked these people, would you rather have 10,000 characters or just the ability to edit your posts after you post them?
Oh, edit your posts.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, 55 to 45 for editing your posts. So I thought that was kind of like split down the middle. I couldn't really think of a thing to put that against, though, for a poll,
I think I would go with the extra 9,860 characters.
Yeah.
For me,
I'm joking. Obviously, it would be the editing the tweet. Yeah. Because who the fuck needs 9,860 extra?
It would kill Twitter, because Twitter would become another Facebook. So
absolutely.
People would choose one over the other, and that'd be it.
I could see maybe saying, okay, we'll make a little bit longer, raise it to 200 characters or something like that. But, that's just crazy.
Yeah, 2,000 would be fine because,
200.
2,000. 200 would be fine, yeah.
Yeah, because, just sometimes it's like, I just need one more word.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if they gave me 200, I'd still feel like, I just need one more word. You know what I mean? So, the next thing I asked was something a little bit more geeky, was in the 2016 movie I'm most excited for. And the options were Deadpool, Captain America Civil War, and Batman versus Superman.
Dawn of Justice.
Is that what we're calling the colon?
That's the full title. Batman
v colon?
Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Colon. Ew.
What about the next Chipmunks movie? Isn't that on there?
No.
That came out.
Came out this year.
No,
that came out 2015.
I'm talking about the next one.
No, the next one. Well,
no. That one was playing when we went to see Star Wars.
There's another one coming out this year?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
I
just figure, I'm making it up.
Oh, my God. I thought you were being serious.
This is
like, I really want to go see this Chipmunks movie.
So anyway, most people actually are excited for, and it's a split between Deadpool and Captain America. Where so they got
DC.
Yeah, so they got 43% of the vote each. Batman versus Superman only 14%.
So, I know that I voted for Batman vs. Superman.
Well, now that just skews the whole thing.
Well, I would have voted for Suicide Squad. So
it's not on the list. That's next week. All right. So,
if I'd have known about it, I would have voted.
Of these two movies, which one will make more money? Deadpool or X-Men Apocalypse?
Deadpool.
More money?
I'm going to say X-Men. I think.
Well, yeah, probably.
I think you're right. Actually,
it's a summer movie versus a February movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also, much more appeal to
PG-13 versus R.
Exactly. That's what I essentially was going to say. That it's a bigger base we'll be able to go into.
I think Deadpool will probably be a hit and will be more of a surprise hit. I think people will be happy with that success.
Sure.
But I think it has a much lower bar to hit.
Right. So for the most part here, people didn't see it that way. I think more people are jazzed for Deadpool. That happened to be in my feed.
Right.
So Deadpool takes this one with 67% over X-Men's 33%. But a very similar thing was posted from Angry Ginger from 7 Days a Geek on this tweet. He says that Deadpool is new to most people. Much like we were saying, it's rated R. I still predict 110 million, but the home video and the sequel will be where the real money is at for that. All fair enough and true. So my next question is, which is more dangerous, taking a nap with a bear or taking a nap with Bill Cosby?
I did vote in this one also.
Taking a nap with Bill Cosby.
You've done one of these. Tell us more.
Wow.
You know,
Wasn't
he was very nice to me.
Did it involve any Jello? The special
Spanish
mellow
fly, maybe?
The mellow Jello.
If it involved
Jello,
let's just say this: if it involved Jello, I would not be speaking to you right now.
I would not be bringing it up in public. So I feel bad for the bear then. Ed.
Yeah, I think you'd be more likely to actually be able to get up before the bear.
So there was only three. There was only three votes on this one.
Because as soon as Bill Cosby knows there's someone cuddling next to him, he's gonna mount you in his sleep.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the way.
And he's gonna like put a roofie in your mouth, like,
and just
automatically.
Just to clarify, people, I'm an Eagle Scout. I've been camping a lot. I've never actually napped with a bear, but I have napped while a bear was in the vicinity.
I watched everybody else sleep while the bear walked through our campsite once, and then no one believed me and the other guy that were awake. You're like, yeah, okay, sure. I'm like,
was this part of that whole summer trip?
You just wanted to drink all the milk.
Ow.
Let's just admit it. Ow. I'm sorry. I
apologize. Ed has a habit of getting loud
and not moving away. You got to do the Celine Dion. You got to go away from the mic when you get louder.
You just wanted to drink all the milk.
Thank you for doing
that better?
Again. That was much better. Less overmodulation.
I don't know. I can't hear no more.
So here's a much more serious question, guys, to go over what we were talking about last week with Making a Murderer. I asked people, Stephen Avery, framed, guilty, or I'm not Columbo, I don't know.
Well, since I'm not Columbo, I guess I don't know.
Well, nobody voted that one.
How about
no, just so you know.
I'm not Columbo, and I don't give a freaking damn.
All right, well, that's Bobby. Bobby don't give a shit about anything that he doesn't already give a shit about, which is a strange thing. But
if it ain't got boobs and a mini skirt, I ain't interested.
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't want to say that because you'd tell me I was wrong. But if you say it, it's different. Yeah. 88% think he was framed, and 13% say guilty. So I don't know. That's just what I was saying.
So he's probably guilty of sin then.
Well. Would you elect? Who would you elect as the next president of the United States out of these choices?
My thumb.
Okay. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, or Bane?
Oh, you gotta go Bane.
Bane. You're right. I mean, you know, out of those,
at least he would have a rational reason for everything he does.
And even if it's not, you would understand him not having a rational reason.
At least he, like everything crazy Bane will do will be in the name of himself and his craziness. Everything crazy the other two will do would be in the name of like the
some
money
bullshit
in their pockets,
right?
Or, like, the
some
bullshit.
lie, right. He'd be like, "I wanted to blow up the city because I want to blow up the city," and that's basically it.
No, I mean, I can relate more with that rationale than, you know.
Right, that's basically what I'm
saying. This
saying.
corporation said this, so
yeah,
I'm
but
just gonna do that.
I don't think Bane meets the eligibility requirements to become president. I'm just saying.
That's
that
right.
accent is a little fishy. Yeah, right.
It is suspect.
I don't know, but wasn't that giant hole he was thrown into, like, technically on American soil somewhere in the
I thought it was in South America.
Like,
I don't know.
It's so
like underneath an
non-specific.
American embassy and you know, something like that.
It's one of our black sites, probably.
There you go.
There you go. It's like
It's
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo.
There you go. All right, the last question, kids. Powerball at the time of this posting.
Oh wow, that's right.
Was up to 700 million, and the
now
question was,
it's actually more. It's 800.
Now it's up to 9.
It's over 9. Yeah.
Will you play? Hell yeah or hell no? 63% said hell yeah. Anybody?
So I'm usually completely against
gambling or just lotto.
No, just lotto in general. I think
Sure.
it's a waste, obviously. But I think I'm actually going to play today. I'm actually going to go play the Powerball just because, you know, it's fucking $1 billion. So
why not?
Why not?
And if the odds are ridiculous, then so what? Then it's like, here's $5. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like $1 billion to 1 odds. It's $1 billion. So
exactly. He's right.
This goes to the thing I always say. I've been saying about gambling for years. In my head, gambling is. There's my new neighbor Chad calling to interrupt the show. Probably like, are you doing your podcast? Sorry. This is why I put specific ringtones.
At least now he doesn't have to drive here to be a guest.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So back to my point. My thing for gambling is just basically like, look, it's win or lose. Everything in life is win or lose. You can tell me the statistics all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm only going to win or I'm only going to lose. Telling me percentages or how many people are, what are my chances, my odds, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure, lightning's going to strike me, certain amount of time, chance, and winning a lotto is a certain kind of chance. You're going to try to equate them all you want, but either way, one's going to happen or not going to happen. Right? So, what's $5?
And that's your final judgment.
And that's that.
It's actually $10. It's $2 a ticket.
And that's what that's all about.
There you go.
And that's all there is to say.
And I think that's going to wrap it, kids. That's going to wrap it. Is everybody all right with that? I mean, I got stone cold silence here. Am I forgetting something?
I'd like to thank our friends at 7 Days a Geek one last time.
Oh, my God. Let's do that. Let me thank my buddy Grant Markham, his family, for not only letting me stay at their place. They're probably not listening anymore. But not only for letting me stay at their place and feeding me. And then, not checking my pockets when I was leaving to make sure I didn't steal anything. They were so trusting. And then they sent me more stuff that I can put with the stuff that I stole, which is amazing.
Amazing. Very Midwest of them.
They are very Midwest. They're so nice and polite and groomed, and manners and stuff. The kids were please and thank you and spoke. Yeah, it's crazy. They spoke when spoken to, this kind of thing. They did their homework and shit. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. And and the adults were pretty well mannered too. Not for nothing. Just saying. Just saying. So I really want to thank them again. The whole Grant Markham family, establishment, the hotel, all the employees. This was some crazy care package. I can't thank you guys enough. It's more than I ever expected. As you hear the buzzing grow, that means we're getting ready to go. So let's wrap it up. I mean, you can follow Dom on Twitter. He's on there. He's at Dom_Torre, Torre. I'm on there too, but we don't care about me. We care about Ed. Ed, you're on Twitter.
At Edward O'Hare TBD.
Bob's on Twitter.
At Bob at WTPC.
There you go. And I'm on there too, at Wicked Theory. And you follow any one of us, follow all of us. Follow me if you want to keep track of the show. There's no official page, really, so it's my account. And I'll do the polls, get involved, post them, share them, vote, whatever, that stuff. And we'll see you next week. Go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, that was it? Oh. I thought you were warming up.
Yeah.
Don, you want to give us the...
I can't play the part I play on the guitar on the bass for the ending.
No, because I wasn't looking at you, so I didn't see that you were giving me a look that you were done.
It would be like this.
It's no.
It wouldn't work.
You better leave this in.
I'm going to leave this whole thing.
You have to.
The show is not over yet.
Dom, can I get a yeah?
That's what I was waiting for.
I did it, though. I said,
No.
yeah.
It was...
Yeah.
Adam West, Adam West, Adam West. I'll come out when they're all gone.